Newsy's exclusive footage from the quake zone shows that nearly a week after the deadliest earthquake there in decades, the humanitarian crisis is compounding the suffering. A boy named Majula says he woke up with his 6 other family members under bricks and dust. And even after he escaped, the earth was still shaking. Our houses are totally collapsed and we can't live in them anymore, he says. There are no houses remaining to live in. People have nothing to even eat or wear. With an estimated 10,000 homes destroyed, most victims are now sleeping in the open air. Another man in the village says, "We haven't eaten anything since then. We don't have food." This was the desperate search for survivors after, in the dawn hours of June 22nd, a 6.1 magnitude earthquake brought death and destruction to a country that is perhaps the least equipped in the world to handle it. The quake's epicenter was a southeastern region near the Pakistani border, a remote mountainous area of mainly mud brick villages that crumbled and collapsed, killing at least 1,000 people. 155 children died and 55 were orphaned. Even before the quake, nearly 20 million Afghans, nearly half the country, were going hungry.
These are people who lived hand to mouth. They're people who are unemployed. They're people who've lost their farmland. The backdrop here in Afghanistan is that we're suffering the worst drought for 37 years. There's a malnutrition crisis.
And in the wake of the Taliban's total takeover last summer, many aid organizations, for their own safety, pulled out of the country. Foreign aid dwindled. The economy collapsed. The Taliban's state news agency has shown video of Taliban military doctors carrying boxes of medicine and rendering aid. Images of humanitarian act from a regime sanctioned for its human rights abuses. Some victims complained to Newsy of receiving insufficient help from the government. But for the Taliban, the audience that matters most are the world leaders who've frozen the country's financial assets.
So this is somehow, unfortunately, a good opportunity for the Taliban to get access to those money, claiming that they are going to help the Afghan people, but there is always the chance that they misuse that money because there is no accountability involved here.
The aid that has reached us is insufficient, says Nur Ali Shah. We request that the World Food Program send us food. We have only received food and tents for 300 families, he says. Aftershocks continue rattling the earth as families endure aftershocks of their own. In our family, we have 23 injured and 5 dead, says this man, including kids and women. I can tell you, Chance, from having been in villages in Afghanistan like the ones we saw in that video, why this earthquake was so deadly and destructive. The houses there are literally made out of mud. Now, as far as Western aid, the biggest barrier is the freeze on Afghani assets as a result of the Taliban's oppressive human rights towards women and girls. Will this disaster bring the Taliban to the negotiating table? Human rights advocates are not optimistic.